So I'm Montel from Triple M Enterprise. Delighted to be joined by the smiling guy, the heavyweight sensation, the prospect, Leo Atang. How you doing?
Good, thank you. You?
Yep, not bad at all, not bad at all. So let's get into it. You are now 2-0, another knockout. Barely got over a round. And you said you're hypercritical. How are you feeling now, a couple of days on?
Uh, Again, like I say, I am still looking at the gaps I could have been doing. Tightening up a bit. There's things definitely I could do, and I will be working on in the gym. But overall, I was happy with the performance, as I know that not many people have stopped him. So it's nice, like as a little statement.
Now, of course, you made a big statement there. Obviously, loads of smiles, loads of fans in the crowd as well. So you seem to be bringing a big audience with you. How's that been, that transition to now getting this sort of new popularity?
Yeah, it's not. It's nice, and obviously everyone like back at home's coming and supporting and stuff, which is nice. Like to see so many familiar faces, but there's so many new faces as well, which hopefully they're all like jumping on the bandwagon as we go, as we keep hopefully getting them more knockouts and more good performances.
Ah, for sure. And let's take it back to obviously when you first started and you got into the game. What actually made you say boxing is the sport that you wanted to get into?
I was such an active kid, and I kind of did every sport, and like this was the sport which it was all on you. Do you know, like the training, the if you win, it's all on you. If you lose, it's all on you. So it's like you've got no one to rely on. And that's something I quite liked.
Okay, so what other sports did you try, just out of curiosity?
I mean, I did football like every other kid, which hard to I was no good at. But I played rugby. Yeah, they were like the two main sports. I did other little side hobbies, but they were like the two main sports.
Obviously, getting into the boxing game, like what was it like for you making that transition into the sport? Like what support did you have initially when you first started off?
Yeah, obviously my mum never actually wanted me to box, but even still, when I went, like it was never really serious. I just went and messed about all the time, and so the fact that I could go in there and she was seeing that I was starting to progress and stuff. That's when she started to like, oh, okay, he's doing well here. It was like I was trying to be good in school, but as best as I could to try and keep her happy, but she kind of knew that. I mean, halfway through school, it won't work, and she knew that I was set on that, and that's why it's like she's always just backed me and supported me through that.
No, of course. So what key advice did you get along the way, like starting off in the journey for boxing? Have you got any advice that sticks with you to this day?
The early advice was genuinely just it is. I know it's cliche, but hard work. Like genuinely,
Mm.
just put in as much work as possible because, like, if you don't live the life, you might win one, you might win two, but it will happen eventually. It's inevitable that you will get found out eventually. So, and I just run away from that feeling of losing. So that's why I train so hard.
Yeah, no, and obviously talking about training, like we mentioned just before you got on, like you got trained at 12 o'clock. I mean, what other things you do outside of the boxing games, like a mental training as well that you do?
Um, because I'm very isolated. I've got a small circle, so I'm training and then I just keep to myself. But like it is literally just train, eat, sleep, repeat. I'm training 2, 3 times a day, and then
Mm.
sleeping and nothing else. Just playing games on my phone. If not, but I've got nothing else to do when I'm on it. So when I have that week off or so after a fight, it's nice to just be a normal kid again and go like see my mates and just like just be out and about and just chilling, like go for food and stuff with my mates and that. So it's nice.
Yeah, no, and obviously that transition of being as young as you are, like it's probably not something easy. But if there's anyone out there that's obviously looking to do boxing at such a young age, or what advice do you have for someone that's as young or younger than you, would you say?
For me, it is. You just gotta be like a sponge. You gotta listen to everyone. Like, be excited to learn. You've almost got to be like a nerd in boxing. That's what I would describe myself as. It's like I ask so many questions. After my spars, it doesn't matter. Don't matter if I've done really well in the spar. I'm still asking them questions like, oh, what could you have done here? Like, what was my weakness? What was this? Like, what do you think I could have done better? And I'm just like, I'm obsessed with getting better. I'm obsessed with learning.
Yeah, of course. And let's just talk about obviously the progression you've made. So going from the amateurs, winning in 2024, which was a massive achievement for you. How did you get signed to Matchroom? Like, what was that experience like?
Yeah, so I wasn't planning on really going pro. I obviously I won the worlds in last year, 2024, and like a few people reached out and stuff like that, but like I genuinely was not planning on going pro. And then it was the nationals, the start of this year, and I was getting ready for the national championships, which I was buzzing. I was like, right, I'm gonna get a fight in this, and I'm like, oh, everyone pulled out, so I didn't get a fight. So then obviously I got accepted onto Team GB, but I was too young to box for them, so it was like I was just there training. Like I wasn't actually allowed to box because I was too young, and then uh, even that was just like, and then I found out that the Europeans got pushed back till October, and it's like I'm going to be out the ring for over a year here. So it is, and I went and sat down with some people, and I sat down with a manager, and I thought, you know what, yeah, let's just make the move, let's make the jump, and then we started to get the offers here and there, and then it all just went from there, and then we got the debut done and went on.
Yeah, no, it's all happened so fast. It's almost like it was aligned for you to sort of be in this position now.
Yeah,
And
it was perfect timing.
yeah, and also you got another fight coming up on October 11th. Has an opponent been announced yet, or is that still to be confirmed?
Um, I've heard a name. I don't know if it's confirmed, but I think it's Milos Velicic. He boxed against the one who boxed against Delicious Art.
Okay, okay, cool.
Yeah, so
So,
I think him.
so you're watching a bit of tape now with the team and seeing where you can improve on, like you
I,
said.
I I don't really watch it myself. I let my coaches do that, and I just trust in whatever they do. But at the same time, I don't watch too much, especially in these early days, because anything can happen. Like my debut, I had an opponent change on fight week, so it's like if I got too stuck on that, I would have been a bit lost.
Yeah, and obviously, if touching on that, what was that change like for you? Obviously, like you were trying to prepare for someone, and then you get switched last minute. I know it's very early on, but what is that like?
It don't affect you because at the end of the day, you that's what the amateurs prepare you for. You know, I'm fighting 4 times in a week against people I've never seen before, and who are at the highest level of the sport. So if you can do it against them, like it's no bother doing it against other people.
Yeah, and some of the inspirations you've had in boxing before, do you mind naming a few like who you've looked up to in the boxing game before?
Yeah, like I looked up to AJ because obviously he was the man growing up when I was a kid and stuff. You know, he was like the one everyone would gather around TV for. Everyone would be like excited to watch and stuff. So he was definitely the man growing up for me. I like to look at the lighter fighters too. You know, I like the likes of like your Evander Holyfield and stuff like that. Like they were some people I definitely looked up to, and Andre Ward as well. You know, just for his skill set and his IQ.
Yeah, and obviously being involved in a rebrand as well for you for debut must have been huge, and you've had a much quieter fight week for your last one. Are you envisioning more of a busier fight week leading up to this or schedule?
Uh, No, I think well, it'll be hard to top my debut fight week. That was a lot, but I like this one. It was a quiet one. So maybe I feel like Sheffield will be quite a big fight week. You know, with Dave and everyone, but quite a big card and stuff. So whatever it is, and I'll be happy with it. I'm just know that I've obviously got to get the job done come Saturday night.
Yeah, and I think you've mentioned before that also your goals are to win absolutely everything. And are you someone that sort of sets your sights and saying, all right, the next fight needs to be even bigger, or is it like you trust in the team to make those decisions as well?
Yeah, I know. I've got good people around me, good management, good team, and it's like I know that they've got my best interests at heart, and so they know how to build and create a fighter. So I'm just trusting them. And I mean, every boxer's got an ego. I'd fight anyone. So it's like, but they obviously need to, hold the reins on me and not let me get carried away, and not let me start believing in all the hype which is around me. You know, keep me grounded and keep me focused, and just carry on doing what I'm doing.
And obviously, look, everyone loves spectacular knockouts, and we know you need rounds, but is it something that you're actually looking for every single time? Going, I need the first round knockout, or is it something that you're like, do you know, let me get the rounds, let me get the experience, or
You know
it
what?
comes as it comes?
I was dead set on getting rounds this fight, but like I was expecting to get rounds because no one had really stopped him, so I didn't even go in for it. But when the shots came, I thought and I knew that I'd buzzed him, so I'm a bit like a if I know I've hurt someone, I'm not just gonna let him dance about in front of me.
Don't get paid for overtime, right? So just get them out there if you can.
There you go.
Yeah, so have you got yours? Obviously, look, Moses Tama is the other one. Are you watching what he's doing as well? Obviously, not necessarily watching him, but you
Mm.
taking a bit of notice.
No, obviously you're interested in what's happening in the division, and he's doing very well at the moment. Definitely. I mean, listen, we're both young. We're both on the same weight division. We're both not going to be changing weight division, so it's almost inevitable. Of course, if I'm going to want to be heavyweight world champion of the world one day, he's obviously going to be there. So of course the fight's going to happen. But I know that there's a long process to this. We're going down different routes. It won't be for another 5 years or so, but when it does happen, I'm sure it'll be a great fight.
No, 100%. And you know what, something I actually want to touch on that I think is going to be quite interesting is obviously the partnerships and the sponsorship side of things. Like, how are you navigating who you want to work with? Because obviously there's probably people approaching you that want to work with you at the same time now. So how do you make those decisions yourself?
It's more, I go through my man. I trust in my manager. I know that he knows what he's doing. Obviously, he runs everything by me, but like, and kind of my words, the final say. But I do trust in what they say, and I take their advice on everything. And so far, so good. Like, I think we've made the right decisions with everything.
No, of course. And is there anyone that you're looking for? Because you never know, you might say a name and you might be on there. See, so, is there anyone that you
But as
particularly think,
in,
as in like
uh,
sponsorships or
Nando's.
everyone wants that black card, right?
Yeah, anything. I'm grateful.
No, of course. And looking ahead into the fight week, like, is it still intense going back to back? Obviously, you've done it in the amateurs, but is it still quite intense now, the pros, or is it sort of similar?
Nah, because I mean, listen, I boxed one round, but even still, it's like the camps take their toll. But at the end of the day, this is what I wanted as an amateur. I never got this as an amateur. I was almost doing pro camps as an amateur, so I've always wanted that feeling of, oh, so and so you fighting Saturday, oh, so and so you fighting in 2 weeks. Like I've always kind of wanted that, so I am enjoying it.
No, of course. And what are we expecting for the next fight then? I know what you're gonna say, but you might as well say it anyway.
Beautiful knockout.
Of course, obviously, look, it's late. I think we are interviewing. It's almost 11
I
o'clock.
know.
So,
I'm so sorry about this.
nah, don't worry at all, man. What we'll do is we'll wrap it up here, and I'll definitely catch you hopefully for fight week, and maybe even fight night if you put in a good word with the boys at Match for me.
You know I got you. You know I got you.
All right, cool. Now I'll stop now. Appreciate it, man. Thank you for your time.
Perfect. Thank you very much.
No worries.